Tell me your name.
Tony Tanner.
Who are you?
I'm just a Columbus guy. I own a butcher shop here in Grandview called the Butcher and Grocer. Well, I can go all the way back to the day I saw Joey walking through the park across the street from the butcher shop, and I went out and grabbed him and brought him in. I was explaining to him about the shop, and we kind of struck a friendship, and then he legitimately told me not to be a word that's not appropriate for viewing audiences under the age of 21, and I came in like the next day or so. Well, a friend of mine died of lung cancer at a really young age, and he and I were turkey hunting about 6 months before he died. He was doing pretty bad, and he and I were just talking about his cancer and where it came from, and how somebody his age who was in good shape and didn't smoke and ended up with this lung cancer that was typically found in people over 75. And he was convinced that it was the food he was eating, mainly animal proteins. So I tried to find a butcher shop in town that would, after he died, I started looking into it and started looking for butcher shops that would supply meat to my family that was raised properly and treated the right way, and I couldn't find it. Started going to farmers markets, and all that was frozen, and then that was pretty bad. And so came home one day and told my wife I was going to open a butcher shop, and she said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" 7 months later, we're open. It'll be 3 years in July. Everybody works so hard on the outside of their body, knowing that they're doing something good for the inside of their body, but then they don't have a problem just throwing the worst junk, meat-wise or vegetable-wise for that matter, into their bodies without even considering where it came from, how it got there, how long it's been sitting on a shelf. Ours is always fresh, comes in fresh. We only do whole animals for our customers, so I've shook the hand of every single farmer that's in our shop. 7 beef farmers, 6 pig farmers, 2 chicken farmers, and a lamb farmer, and looking to add more. I never owned a small business before, so the ups and downs of business is something new to me. I mean, I came from a political background. I'd never cut meat. I still haven't cut meat, but I own a butcher shop, which is weird. But the thing I like about this place is it's a pretty good place for me to just kind of forget about in that hour of the day that I can fit it in, that it's like, unless my phone starts going crazy, I'm like, I'm in it for that hour, and kind of clears my head for the rest of the day. So it's nice to get in here. I do the nighttime workouts, puts me straight to sleep, so that's good. We're doing the body biz, and she's, I think, beating me right now, which is very hard to take. But both of us really, for since our daughters were born, they're 17 and 13 now, probably for the last 10 years, just haven't really been just kind of on and off working out and trying to stay in shape and eating right and doing all that. And finally, this year, we're talking, and I'm like, we got to do something, or else we're not going to be around to see our grandkids. And which is hopefully a long way from now, but they're only 17 and 13. But it's something you got to start thinking about when you're, owning a shop that is catering to people's thinking about wellness the right way. You should probably play the part. I mean, we don't eat junk meat ever, but the rest of our lifestyle needed to get fixed a little bit. So she was really timid about coming, but I think she went through elements with you and Arlie, and she's doing pretty good actually. But and both of us, we both ran marathons together, and so before we had kids, it was easy to get up on a Sunday morning and go out for a 13 or 17 mile run. Now it's like, where do you fit a 13 and 17 mile run in between swimming and school and church and all this other activities that they have going on? It's kind of hard. So this is nice right here. Now they're older, we can get in here and get our things done in about an hour. There's some people my age, because mostly nobody is. So it's interesting. It's actually fun to talk to some of the folks in their 30s about the food that we do at the shop. and just explaining that part, and we've got a whole 30 years of experience in the real world, and coming here and seeing how dedicated some of these people are in their 30s to this stuff is pretty amazing.
Well, hell's bells, Tony Tanner.
It's been fun.
My athlete of the week, dude.
I'll be back.
I know you will.
Let's redo this in a year.
I will.
Okay.
For sure.